Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. His Highness Sayyid Fahd bin Mahmoud stresses on the importance of continuous joint work to convey the true image of Islam during his reception of GCC Ministers of Endowments and Religious and Islamic Affairs. An official discussion session is held between the Sultanate of Oman and the Islamic Republic of Iran on communication and information technology. The Municipal Council of Muscat Governorate reviews the investment activity in Khazain Economic City and its logistics role. And a molecular polymerization laboratory is inaugurated in Kola Hospital. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency Dr. Alexander van der Bellen of the Republic of Austria on the occasion of his country's National Day. His Majesty the Sultan also sent a similar cable to His Excellency President Qasim Jomart Tokayev of the Republic of Kazakhstan on the occasion of his country's Independence Day anniversary. Participants of the 9th meeting of the GCC Ministers of Endowments and Islamic Affairs hosted by the Sultanate of Oman sent a cable of thanks and gratitude to His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq. In the cable, the participants expressed their appreciation to His Majesty the Sultan for the hospitality accorded to them. They also wished the Sultanate of Oman further progress and prosperity under the wise leadership of His Majesty the Sultan. The participants also prayed to Allah the Almighty to grant His Majesty continuous good health and well-being. During the meeting, Their Excellencies, the Ministers of Endowments and Religious and Islamic Affairs of the Gulf Cooperation Council countries discussed in Muscat consolidating moral, religious and family values in Gulf societies and the Islamic vision on combating climate change and protecting the environment. It also reviewed strengthening cooperation and exchanging experience and expertise in the fields of scientific research and endowments and Islamic religious affairs. His Highness Sayyid Fahd bin Mahmoud Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers, received today Their Excellencies the GCC Ministers of Endowments and Religious and Islamic Affairs participating in the 9th meeting hosted by the Sultanate of Oman. After welcoming Their Excellencies, His Highness expressed the Sultanate of Oman's appreciation for the good efforts exerted in the field of endowments and religious affairs to protect religious and family values in Gulf societies. His Highness stressed on the importance of continuous joint work to show the true image of Islam and its respect for religious and the role of Islam in guaranteeing the basic human rights to live in peace, security and stability. During the meeting, issues of concern to the Islamic world to confront campaigns of hatred and intolerance and the necessity of establishing the principles of justice and equality among all people everywhere were discussed, as well as the current situation in the Arab arena and the positions of countries towards it. His Highness praised the efforts made by the GCC states and their role to preserve human dignity and legitimate rights. On the other hand, Their Excellencies, the GCC Ministers of Endowments and Religious and Islamic Affairs, expressed their utmost thanks for the Sultanate of Oman hosting the current session of the Gulf Cooperation Council and the good preparation of the meeting that contributed to reaching positive results and to serve joint Gulf action in dealing with the course of events in the world and reducing their negative effects to the countries of the region. Their Excellencies expressed their greetings to His Majesty the Sultan for good hospitality. The meeting was attended by His Excellency Dr. Mohammed bin Saeed bin Khalfan Al Ma'amari, Minister of Endowments and Religious Affairs, and His Excellency Councillor Sultan Al-Suwaidi, Assistant Secretary General of the Cooperation Council for the Arab States of the Gulf. An official discussion session was held between the Sultanate of Oman and the Islamic Republic of Iran on communication and information technology. Here's a report.
To enhance cooperation relations in various sectors, the Sultanate of Oman and the Islamic Republic of Iran held an official discussion session in Muscat that reviewed the fields of communications and information technology.
We are very delighted to see the Minister of Communication from the Islamic Republic visiting the Sultanate. We have exchanged a lot of views when it comes to the possibility of collaboration in the areas of telecommunication, digital transformation, startups. There's a lot of opportunities for startups between the two countries, as well as the collaboration in the traditional business of post, because we think there is a lot of developments possible in new products for posts between the two countries that will boost the traffic of postal service between the two countries.
The two sides stressed the importance of benefiting from the expertise and experiences witnessed in the communications and information technology sector, especially in the fields of startups, digital government, and fiber optics. The discussion session sought to develop bilateral relations and discuss enhancing the existing cooperation between the two countries in a way that serves their common interests and brings more benefits to the two friendly peoples.
The Academy of Strategic and Defense Studies discussed the institutional roles in the regulatory work system in accordance with Oman Vision 2040 and the governance requirements to strengthen the regulatory system. This came at a conclusion of a workshop entitled Governance of the Regulatory System Requirements and Impacts, which resulted in finding recommendations and initiatives that will strengthen the regulatory system and the requirements in the Sultanate of Oman. The workshop also discussed the impacts of the regulatory system governance on institutional performance and national economy. The workshop was held under the patronage of His Excellency Sheikh Hussein bin Hilal Al-Alawi, head of the State Audit Institution. The meeting of the Municipal Council of the Governorate of Muscat discussed many topics. The most prominent was the growth of the investment movement in Khazain Economic City and its logistical role. It also reviewed regulating the use of residential buildings for commercial activities and evaluating the quality and safety of fish. The meeting was chaired by His Excellency Sayyid Saud bin Hilal Al-Busaidi, Governor of Muscat and Chairman of the Council. The Municipal Council of South Al-Batna Governorate held a meeting to discuss a number of ongoing services, projects and proposals, including addressing the delivery of potable water to all villages and cities. The Council also discussed the Ministry of Housing and Urban Planning's efforts to allocate land schemes for Ursafract. The meeting was chaired by His Excellency Sheikh Saif bin Hamir Al-Malik Al-Shuhi, Governor of South Batna. The Municipal Council of South Al-Sharqiya Governorate also held a meeting where it discussed advisory studies for internal roads. The Council reviewed the Lively Public Spaces initiative, which was implemented within the activities of October Architecture 2023 for residential development. The meeting also reviewed the recommendations of the meeting held with Nama Water and West Water Services and the recommendations of the meetings held with the Legal Affairs Committee and the Environment and Health Affairs Committee. The meeting was chaired by His Excellency Dr. Yahya bin Badr Al-Ma'wili, Governor of South Al-Sharqiya, Chairman of the Municipal Council. The Municipal Council of Al-Dhahira Governorate discussed a number of services and development issues, including IBRI project and winter tourism camps. During the meeting, the Council reviewed the observations regarding littering phenomena and wastewater station projects. The meeting was presided over by His Excellency Najib bin Ali Al-Rawas, the Dhahira Governor and the Municipal Council Chairman. Still to come in our news bulletin. A symposium is held at the Oman Across Ages Museum to highlight the role of the museum in displaying the authenticity of the unique Omani cultural heritage. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. The Ministry of Health, represented by the General Directorate of Hola Hospital, inaugurated the molecular polymerization on laboratory at the hospital. The laboratory includes many advanced high-quality devices and technologies to identify the causes of all types of bacterial infections and obtain accurate test results in the short period of time. Partial polymerase devices will play an effective role in reducing treatment costs through the accuracy of examinations, reducing the use of antibiotics in cases of non-bacterial infections, and reducing the hospitalization period for patients. The Subcommittee for Emergency Management in the Governorate of Dhofar continues its efforts to restore all services in the affected areas. His Highness Sayyid Marwan bin Turki Al Said, Governor of Dhofar, made an inspection visit to oversee the efforts made by various sectors as the direct effect on the tropical system Taj began to dissipate with no loss of lives and minor damages due to heavy rainfall and the overflowing wadis. His Highness Sayyid Marwan bin Turki Al Said, Governor of Dhofar, applauded the joint efforts of restoring services and inspecting road safety. The Ministry of Transport, Communications and Information Technology, represented by the Directorate General for Roads and Land Transport in the Governorate of Dhofar, today announced the reopening of all roads which were damaged during the tropical condition Taj. Engineer Omar Ahmed Mufleh, Director General of Maintenance, told Oman News Agency that the technical field teams of the Directorate worked in cooperation with companies of the private sector to reopen the Diam Serfit Road. He added that the Directorate managed to reopen all other roads, including Argut, Ashikhat Road and other mountain roads. The Civil Aviation Authority indicated that the Sultanate of Oman weather may be affected by a trough of a low-pressure system starting from tomorrow, Thursday, and continue till Saturday, with chances of thunderstorm, rainfall of varying intensity associated with active winds, hailstorm on the governorates of Musandam, North Al-Batna, Al-Brahmi, Al-Dhahira, South Al-Batna, Muscat, Al-Dakhliya, North Al-Sharqiya and South Al-Sharqiya. The Civil Aviation Authority calls on everyone to exercise caution during thunderstorm, not to cross wadis, avoid low-lying places, and not to go to sea during alert period. The Sultanate of Oman has a sophisticated integrated infrastructure for early warning system, which is currently being upgraded with satellites and numerical model system of over high level of precision in weather forecast. The Civil Aviation Authority reported that it will add a new radar in the Governorate of Musandam, which will be part of the integrated forecast system used for multi-hazard early warning system, which previously included 5 forecast systems distributed in various strategic areas in the Sultanate of Oman. The 10th Shura Council election is witnessing a transformational change with the use of intiqab and intiqab applications. Intiqab application offers live feeds on results of votes with statistical readings on the percentage of voting in each wilaya, while Intiqab allows voters to cast their ballots without the need to move to voting locations. The second version of the application offers more sophisticated face recognition module, allowing users to safely cast their votes. The application is also user-friendly to individuals with vision or hearing impairments. The Children First Association organized a seminar on children's safety from accidents in the Governorate of North Batna. The seminar included a number of training work sessions on helping child when accidents occur and the role of family and the society. The seminar was presided over by Her Highness Sayyida Dr. Muna bint Fahad Al Saeed. The population of the Sultanate of Oman increased by 6.1% by the end of September 2023 to exceed 5,136,000 residents. The National Center for Statistics and Information indicated that the Omani nationals make up to over 56% of the total population, bringing their number to 2,912,064. Muscat Governorate topped the list of the highest populated governorates with a population of almost 1.5 million residents, followed by North Al Batna Governorate with a population of more than 900,000 residents. A symposium was held at the Oman Across Ages Museum to highlight the role of the museum in displaying the authenticity of the unique Omani cultural heritage. The event was presided over by His Excellency Nasser bin Hamoud Al-Kindi, Secretary General of the Royal Court Affairs. More details in the following report.
Oman Across Ages Museum, which is envisioned as a world-class destination showcasing the distinctive character of the Sultanate of Oman, its authentic ancient history that extends to thousands of years, and the path of its blessed renaissance, hosted a symposium under the theme Oman Across Ages Museum, Sustainable Cultural Heritage.
This is maybe one of the early symposium to be held here. Talking about some experts' experiences in preparing for the museum in different pavilions. So this is why it's important. And I was talking how, as I said, how we prepare the material, and also our experience, or my experience with the international companies, came to prepare the material for media and communications. Since, long back, 5 years now, we've been in this project, and a lot of, experiences to share, and a lot of interesting point also to discover. So, for examples, here in that section, media section, We provided the audience with the stories, some memories about media, how it started in the 70s.
The scientific papers presented at the symposium focused on the basic elements of the Omani inscriptions, the history of Omani media at the Oman Across Ages Museum, and the visual and interactive displays at the Oman Across Ages Museum.
I was presented about the multimedia used in Oman Across Ages Museum galleries. We focused that about Oman Across Ages Museum used the various and the high technology to implement it for a special tour for the visitor in the museum, which is reflect how is the visitor learn and educated in the museum.
The regulations for selecting the content of the Aflaj System Pavilion in the Oman Across Ages Museum, the content displayed in the Conversion to Islam Pavilion, the social content, and the research style of the Renaissance era narration at the museum were among the topics presented at the symposium. While shedding light on the rich Omani cultural heritage, the symposium emphasizes the eminent role of the museum in promoting sustainable cultural tourism. From Oman Across Ages Museum in the Wilaya of Manah, صالح مخلفان الرحبي الداخلية Governorate.
This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Highness Sayyid Fahd bin Mahmoud stresses on the importance of continuous joint work to convey the true image of Islam during his reception of GCC Minister of Endowment and Religious and Islamic Affairs. An official discussion session is held between the Sultanate of Oman and the Islamic Republic of Iran on communication and information technology. The Municipal Council of Muscat Governorate reviews the investment activity in Khazain Economic City and its logistics role. And a molecular polymerization laboratory is inaugurated in Hola Hospital. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the studios and the newsroom, it's good night and stay safe.